Hello everyone, welcome to Infinite Realms once again. I'm going to try to shoot this one off the hip as much as possible. Of course you see it. What is it? Yes, Marvel Zombies, the Zombicide game is back again. Why? Because it wanted to be controversial again. Thank you, CMON. So, I think everyone probably knows the controversy I'm talking about. I would hope so by this point. So let's go over here to the bygone days of Masters of the Universe, the board game Clash for Eternia. Remember this? It was so nice, so wonderful. I mean, look at those stretch goals, and we hit them all, and oh, it was so nice. So, yeah, I went for the gameplay all in on this one, $345. Well, that's a pretty, I mean, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And with the rewards, there's a rewards box, so presumably 7 boxes. 7 boxes. And around December, this is my actual confirmation of my pledge. I cut out, I did do a snapshot of it just to get rid of all my PII, because I wanted to give some anonymity to myself. And of course, there you can see it. Shipping total, $27.74. I mean, that's reasonable. I was shocked at how low it was. I'm perfectly happy with how low it was. I'm good with that. I was expecting in the $30 to $40 range for that many boxes, so I was pretty happy. So, hop on over here, go to Marvel Zombicide, and you scroll down just a bit here. No, I did not get Galactus. I went for the Hungry Pledge. Now, I'm just going to say it now. I don't hate Galactus. I don't love Galactus. I didn't feel the need to have a Galactus. It's that simple. I just didn't feel the need. It's a big, huge, honking thing. I mean, I'm going to say that's probably bigger than my toddler. Okay? I mean, seriously, I'm half joking. I hate that I missed the Silver Surfer. But the Silver Surfer is not worth the Galactus to me. It's that simple. So, back to what I'm talking about. I went for the Hungry Pledge. Alright, so that's core box, 2 core boxes, because one's a resistance pledge, one is a undead pledge, one can play the zombies, one can play the heroes. Then all the expansions, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, presumably, since there's a box for these extras. So that's one more box, and let's see what we got here. $71.92. As you can see on your screen again, I took out all my personal information to keep my anonymity. Now, I did do an add-on. I do admit that. When I did the add-on, I saw the total and I went, what? And honestly, I had thought to either upgrade my pledge to the all-in Devourer pledge, even though I just said I didn't feel the need to get Galactus. I had thought about it still, just to get everything. I did have an add-on of $30. No biggie. This caught me so off guard. I actually meant to get another add-on and totally forgot to, because the $71.92 caught me so off guard. It really did. So, getting back over here, and that was comparable to the I Have the Power pledge. The only reason I didn't do that one, I didn't see the need for the playmat, some of the 3D stuff I didn't feel the need for. I mean, that doesn't mean I think it's ugly or bad or anything, I just didn't feel the need for it. It's getting my money my way. So, going down to the bottom here, but keep in mind, these were not that far apart. I mean, this is literally the Kickstarter before, and in December, here was the shipping cost. Here was the shipping estimate for that's just the Defender Grayskull, $20 to $35. Seems like they got pretty close there. I was expecting to be in the 35 to 40 range because this was just Defender of Grayskull. Turns out it was in the 20 to 35 range. Mine was 27. I shipped to Kentucky. That's where I live. Just to let you know, full disclosure here. So, pop back over to Marvel Zombies. What was their shipping calculator like? Again, they did not give one for the All-In Hungry pledge, or any of the pledges, specifically, besides the original ones. Now, see, Galactus is a big old boy. They say 88 there. Now, that's kind of expected. That's if you do the one wave. By the way, I did do the one wave because I did forget to mention that I looked at the two-wave price. It was somewhere in the neighborhood of $130 and $140. The one thing that stuck out to me was if I did the two-wave one box, the math comes out to $50 for the one core box. That's ridiculously outrageous. I wasn't even about to think about that. But of course, one wave is cheaper. Just got to wait a little longer for that core box, and it's not that big a deal in my mind. I was thinking, it would be around 45 because, here's the resistant pledge. I was thinking maybe 45. I mean, especially after just paying that $27 on the He-Man. So, I noticed they didn't do a range this time, which I thought was strange. I could see it going up to 50. 75, and then when I did the count of the boxes, I said, hey, wait a minute, $27 for 7 boxes, $71 for one more box. That's weird. I mean, 2.5 times more to increase the price, to increase it by one box that's probably about the same size as all the other boxes. I don't understand. So, found this article. This was actually posted on the Kickstarter. Marvel Zombicide backers get sticker shock on the pledge manager. Of course, if we start reading right here, getting the core box on October 27th and the rest of the pledge in June 2023. Looking at paying close to 115. If you're patient and wait for one wave, it's around 67. Yeah, mine was my two wave was higher than 150. It was 115, but that's at least close to my one wave one. Switching to all-in plate, and that was for the get the Galactus statue, $155, $200. Wow, I can't imagine. I would be so mad if I was in that level. Woof. That's shipping in the USA. Oh man, it's gonna be more outrageous internationally. So, I don't know how I feel at this point. I'm gonna be honest. I was in such shock when this happened with Marvel Zombies. I really just paid it and didn't even think about it again. I really had to sit down and think, and I'm still kind of surprised. It's like, while this one was a little higher, I mean, let's face it, let's just do the controversy here. $130 base pledge. It's a lot higher than with He-Man, who was $110 pledge. Now, on average, CMON's base pledges are around 100, 110 for licensing. I think most of us passed it off. There were a couple of people who complained, but I think the vast majority of people just passed it off. Now this one did have some He-Man did have some controversy. Some people were very upset that Jitsu and Cyclone weren't in. They said there were licensing issues. I tend to believe them. Licensing issues get so complex. You have to really have a PhD to understand something. That came up again in the Zombicide. First it was no zombie of Spider-Man. People got mad about that. I actually can understand. I can almost see Disney stepping in and saying, no, don't do that. You can do Captain America, but not Spider-Man. Does that make logical sense? No, it does not. It totally does not make sense. But I can see that. I can see Disney doing that. So I kind of let that go. There was another one with the Punisher. There is a whole lot of controversy Punisher logo and the politics being tied to it, and they're going to change it, I could see that one being an issue. So I could see Disney pulling back on that one too. I don't understand what Disney isn't just saying stop using our logo instead of changing the Punisher's logo, but that's beside the point. Okay, so you had a $130 undead pledge, and then if you wanted the full game where you play both hero mode and zombie mode, you had to buy a whole nother core box for for a total of $240 minimum. To get the whole game, you had to get minimum $240. That rubbed people the wrong way. I don't blame them. I was fully already planning to really go pretty far into this game. It did not affect me, but I get why people were mad about this. That feels like pulling money out of your pocket. It does. I admit that. That feels like trickery. And I was fully aware at the time. I understood people's complaints. I hadn't even pledged when this came out. And I was like, whoa, okay. That seems sneaky. So, the Galactus thing, I just talked about it. I'm not going to. As it progressed, there were some expansions I really, I like the Fantastic Four one. I like the Hydra one. And I really like the Guardians of the Galaxy one. And then, when it finally came into the Hungry Pledge, I was like, oh, thank God. I don't have to get Galactus to get everything. And so I went for that. It was real simple. And, again, was very happy. I mean, it was a little steep, a little bit much there. But I thought, yeah, I should just go for it. Just go for it and get it and be happy. And this whole experience gets me, less than happy with CMON right now. I'm not going to be one of those guys who's like, evil corporation. But it does look like something's going on. And what disturbs me the most is their silence. They're not telling us what's going on. It's been several days, and they've not said a word about it. They've totally ignored it. And it's coming across like, oh, we have your money, forget it. Now, getting back over here, I want to give full credit to the person who says this. This was done by Tony. You can see his name. It's Tony. I'll link the article down. I don't want to butcher his name. Okay, but finally, it's a good time to remind you that being a $1 backer is always the best option. And this one brings up that point really well. I admit, begrudgingly, that I probably would still go at that shipping price. I would still go for those because it's Marvel. I look at everything in here. I want almost all of it. I admit, I want the miniatures to paint. I want the game to play. Since this campaign started, I actually got a couple of the Zombicide games, played them, really enjoyed them. Really did. I'm going to do a couple things on Zombicide in a little bit, but that's coming later. But again, I feel like, despite the fact I was doing this for $30 anyway, I do feel like this was a cash grab. I do feel like doing two base. I do feel like doing two base games is a cash grab, even though that doesn't really affect me. Let me go to updates here, and I'm going to show you this too. Okay, so this was an add-on they had just a little while ago, and I'm going to try to find it. Okay, extra Hydra troops. Nothing different here than what comes in the Hydra Resurrected pack. These are the same ones, the same zombies. $20 for 14. I just bought a bunch of zombies for $10 on sale. I'm gonna have a bunch of these anyway. Don't see the point. It seems a little exorbitant to me. This looks like another cash grab. They're already gonna make money on these. this isn't gonna, I mean, this is gonna be pure profit. Now, I don't fault them for pure profit. Don't get me wrong. I just think it's a little sneaky. They don't even get cards. It's just the figures. That's it. You know, at least the zombies I bought have cards. So, there's a lot of things in this campaign I have to admit I wasn't liking. You know, this, again, the two core sets, that felt like a cash grab. Make you pay twice as much. Didn't like it. The shipping issue, don't like it. You start to see the pattern here, right? The Hydra troops, don't like it. You know, this Masters of the Universe, for all of its faults, didn't have anything like this in it. I mean, it was like, here's what you get, here's what you got, here's your estimates. Your shipping costs fell into that estimate. It was cool, it was fun. See, we all had a great time. You know, our company made money, you were happy. You know, and that's now this is, you know, I'm not as happy. I was happy when it was still unknown about the shipping. I'm still gonna, I mean, I know people are asking for the refunds. I can't blame them. I would be upset too. I would ask for, you know, I could see asking for a refund. However, I still am thinking, you know, I've already paid for my shipping, my single wave shipping. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna just be happy with it. Because, you know, it's too late now. That $1 shipping is always an option. Perhaps think about it. I know the next CMON Kickstarter I see, I'm going to think about it. But the good thing for me is I don't always follow CMON's games. They have to catch me 2 in a row here. You know, caught me 2 in a row with 2 of the, as the fancy guys like to say, IPs that I really like. These 2 IPs that I really, really like. Right in a row, and they got me on those, I admit. Most of the time, though, I don't give a whole lot of attention to CMON. The other IP they have is a Song Ice and Fire, and they get my attention on that a little bit. But you know, this is, I think this is going to hurt them ultimately. It's going to come back. It's going to hurt them. There was just too many things going on in this campaign to hurt people. The 2 core boxes, the Hydra troops, the shipping, all of those are pretty darn big. So I think, yeah, they're about to be hurt. Well, thanks for listening to my scratchy voice for a few minutes, and sorry, allergy season and all that. But don't forget to like and subscribe, and hope you have a great day.